Evening guys, welcome back to my channel. As I promised earlier, I'd let you see what I've been up to and how I've decorated these little cards. This is the one that I did earlier with you. As you can see, it's still blank, so I've worked on another one for you to show you how I've got on. Now, on the front I haven't done a fat lot. All I've put on is a couple of little gems. I don't know if you can see those. They're a bit small to catch the light. I've left the front blank on purpose because depending on who I'm going to send the card to, depends on what I'm going to put up here. I might put a specific embellishment on there, like a greeting to a certain person, or depending on who I'm going to send it to really. But as far as the front goes, I think that'll be it. I might add a few more little bits of glitter or a few little bits and pieces, we'll see. But as for the inside, this is what I've done. This bit here was the, obviously where that folded over, so we got a bit of an upside down thing going on here. So what I did was I've put on just a couple of little poinsettia roses, just stuck them on, cut off the excess, put a bit of lace on there as well, just to cover the reindeer's antlers at the top. Put some just coordinating paper, same as this one down here, on there, because that was white. I mean, it could have been left blank, but it didn't really matter. Couple of little gems on the tree, few fussy cut out shapes, obviously from a little pile of bits here. Stuck these on with foam tape on the back. Same here with this little reindeer, little stamp there, little faux stamp. I've actually got some stamps, some cards that arrived in the post today that I'm going to cut out, ink them up a little bit with a bit of red, and then stick those down there. This little slot here, you can put anything in there, little tag or little notelet or something. It's just there really, just to break it up so you've got some coordination going on. I haven't done anything on the back. Obviously the next thing is to get a card made to put inside, so that'll be probably what I'll be doing tomorrow. But yeah, that's what I thought I'd let you in on today. So this is the one that I did with you guys earlier. As you can see what I mean by this the reindeer, and he was, I mean, well, it didn't look that bad, but I think it did look a bit silly. It just didn't look right. It was a bit out of place. So what I did was I just got a piece of paper, anything like this, cut it to size. Basically, it doesn't have to be exactly spot on because you can cut it down, obviously. Get a pencil, draw around, can tidy it up later, tidy the shape up if it's not coming quite right. And we can stick this on. There we go. Then this bottom corner here, I mean, I put on the this one that I did earlier, I put the, as you can see, on there on the top. So what we'll do is we can either do the same and put it, just fold it over like this, just to form a bit of a sturdy pocket, if you know what I mean. To give it a bit of strength, because if it's just one layer of paper, it tends to be a bit on the flimsy side. If you're going to be putting stuff in there, you know, you need a bit of strength to it. So just pop that on there like that. First of all, obviously, stick him down. I mean, we haven't got to have it completely double. You could have just folded the edge over just to make it a bit stiffer, but that's it. And then run a bit of glue down the side like this, and then down the other side, the cut edges obviously, because you want the folded edge as your little tuck spot opening. Pop that on there like that. Keep them level with your paper so it's a nice finish. Just wait for that to dry. Same goes with this one. Put your glue on. Run it around the edge. On the other one that I did, it didn't go quite over the bottom edge, and obviously when you fold it, it's going to flap up a little bit, but it's not a really bad thing, you know. There we go. Just leave that, give that a bit of a rub, leave it to dry off. Regarding these little fussy cuts, what I call them, where you've cut out your cut round, put that there, or you could put it anywhere. You could, I mean, I think this being a sort of house, it's sort of got to be sort of low down, if you know what I mean. So I've put some foam tape on the back already, save messing around. You don't want to be watching me fiddling about with sticky tape. This is really sticky, this foam tape. It's on a roll, it's obviously cheap, but it's really sticky. Once it's on your finger and you can't get it off. And it's also the same on my scissors. It's made my scissors go quite sticky, so when you do use foam tape, use a different pair of scissors. Keep them separate from the ones that you want to do your precise cutting with. So stick him on there like that, just to give it a bit of interest, really. Also these little gems. I mean, these can be, obviously you can stick them on with some tacky glue or hot glue gun, and they won't move then. They won't go anywhere. I mean, I'm just using the original glue that's on the backing, just for ease, really. Save me messing around on camera. I've got some red ones, I couldn't see them. Yeah, just put anything on just to decorate him up, to make it a bit more dimensional, really. There we go. And this is ideal for little kiddies. I mean, you could make a lovely little card for a neighbour or grandparents, you know. And kids love doing stuff like this. And these little gem sheets, they're like 99p from the pound shop and B&M and places like that. So, you know, it's not mega expensive. And we've all got wrapping paper left over this time of the year, you know, so that donut right there. Got bauble placement issues here. Yeah, so you can do lots of things. You haven't got to have all these fancy papers, and you know, I mean, you haven't really got to have like that. See, that won't stick on now. It's gone. You haven't got to have like Santas and reindeers and stuff like that. You can just make it with like normal papers with snowflakes on, or little stockings. Then cut out the stockings just to make a little bit of interest, you know, on the inside of the envelope. It's all in good fun. And we all, I think some of us get a bit, some of us crafters, we get a bit fussy, a bit too fussy with what we're doing. I mean, a lot of people think, oh no, I wouldn't put that on there because there's another one there. But, you know, he's a mate. He's with his mate in the bushes. So there you go. 2 of them, male and female. Well, actually, no, are they both males or both females with the antlers? So yeah, they're just 2 mates in the bushes. Now, this one here, yeah, that's just to cover this, basically this upside down bow and these antlers here. So all we want to do is just stick that on there like that, really, just to cover it up. Obviously we don't want to we don't really want to have the glue seeping out, but it can't be helped if you've misplaced it a bit, like I have. Just wait for it to dry, and then once it's dry we'll trim it down. Same with a bit of lace here. We can pop that on there. It doesn't have to be straight or level, or just pop it on. And then when it's dry, trim it off. There we go. And then just to coordinate the lace, look. Sorry, I'm not in frame. I can tell by my markings on my little mat that I've moved out of frame. Hope I wasn't out of frame just too much. It's something I've got to get used to doing if I'm going to be doing this for you guys. There we go. Bit of ribbon down there. Just give it a bit of interest. You know, you haven't got to go mad. You haven't got to go mad. Oh, I've got another little lantern here. A little I could put him up there, couldn't I? Just pop them where you think they look nice. Ideally, if you're doing this sort of thing though, putting on raised foam images, you know, like, ideally put them like opposite each other so that not in the same placement, so that when you fold it flat, oh, I can't get this off. When you fold it flat, you're not on top of each other. You haven't got 2 images on top. So like if I put that there like that, when he's folded over, his head will go in there, and that won't bother it because that's going to be flat anyway, so it won't be too fat then. So if you are going to post these, they're not going to you know, be too bulky. I mean, I know we're running a bit late now, to be fair, for the posts and stuff, but you know, we can obviously hand deliver them and things if you know, neighbours and friends, family, whatever. Yeah, so we can pop a little tag in there, or even got a little stamp here. I can, because there's nothing up here, I can put that there, just give that a bit of interest. Or down here, balance it up, doesn't really matter. It's quite a bit there actually now. But yeah, any of these images really, you could finish off the corners with like little pieces like this. I mean, that's upside down, but you probably put that up that corner, like collage it on so it's, you know, like that sort of thing. Stick it well down so it's collaged, well stuck down. Yeah, so now this is dry, what we can do is, we don't want that curling round, so what we'll do is we'll get the big scissors. If you're cutting long things, it's ideal to use longer scissors because then you get your straight line then. If you're doing a little short cut, then you know, smaller scissors are easier, obviously. Yeah, I'll cut that, and I'll cut that there. So there we go. Trim that. It's a bit wet, should have waited really till it was completely dry. It's a lot easier. You end up with bits all over your fingers and everything. But obviously I'm trying to get it done quick time for you. The other thing is, because this is like a little flappy thing, you want to sort of secure that down, sort of. So what you can do is use an image or stick something on a bit of card, something stiff. Just pop that on there like that, on a piece of foam, and then that'll act as a little flappy thing to hold it down, really. You know, you can open it then, easy. I mean, you haven't got to do that, but you can get little magnets, obviously, Velcro, things like that. People use Velcro sometimes. I mean, it's not necessary. You can leave it like just as it is. It's not in the way. There we go. Job done. Right then, I'll have a few more of these to do tomorrow. I'll get on with some cards. We'll put some nice little cards inside. I mean, they're both obviously a bit different because the papers are different, but you know, the idea is basically the same. And obviously I've got another one here, different colours, so I'll use some of my blue images to sort of finish this one off. But yeah, we'll do that one tomorrow. But hopefully you will take something from this and have a go yourself. Thank you for watching. See you again.